Now, if you show this to anybody, you gotta Photoshop all this out. Okay. And then I pet his eyes and his mouth, and he's like, no. But then I'm just gonna quit.
Tighten your saddle. Tighten your saddle.
No, Moon Pie, no.
You know, you have to pay attention.
Oh, I thought that was her. I wasn't
No,
paying
it was
attention.
me.
So, see her, look how she's crouching down and making him put that behind in the back.
See, that's when I crouch down, that's the look of the lion.
Gotcha.
But I can still go back here with the look of the lamb, and I can still come back here and pet his butt and do the knot. Okay.
You guys got a lot of work
I'm
done.
gonna pet his nose here. He doesn't really like it, so I'll pet up here. Then I'll come back here. And then I go back. Just keep going back and forth until he's, oh, okay, I can handle that. And then I'm gonna ask him to open his mouth. Oh, you got little teeth first. Okay, good boy.
Will you hold down?
And then I wanna, now if you'll notice, I got the rope right here. And if he tried to kick me, I could go like this and pull his head towards me, okay? But right now I'm just doing a friendly game. I'm gonna pick up his feet. That's a good boy.
Yeah, he had no
Now,
problem.
when you
That's
go
the
to
first
his
time he's
back
ever...
feet back here, when you go back here, you keep a hold of this rope because he can kick. Even though he's little, he still knows how to kick. And so I just have to pet him until he stops going around in a circle, until he's comfortable with me back here. Okay? Don't want to let him get his head over there. I'm going to pet down his leg. I'm just going to pick it up a little bit, and that was good. I'm not going to keep a hold and fight with him. As long as he lets me pick it up, I give it back. Okay? If he decides to fight with it, then we got a problem. And that was pretty good. Okay. So.
Good thing you kept me from falling because I lost my balance. My feet are no good.
Now most horses have a side they don't like called the Indian side, and if you don't ever work with them only on that side, they won't get that. So you do the same on both sides. So I'm gonna ask him to pick his foot up and let me have it. And he says, well, I don't know, what are you doing down there? Ask him to do it again. And I'm just gonna hold it up like that. When he quits struggling, I'll let him have it back. Okay? Got it itch. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the hind quarters back here. I'm going to run my hand down here. And you see how I'm standing here, and I got to hold this rope so that if I need to pull his head this way, I can. But he's saying, yeah, I don't know if I want you back there. You already whipped my butt, so I got to prove to him that I'm not going to hurt him. Okay? So I got to let him just move around do what he wants for a minute. Now I'm going to pick it up again. Okay? That was good. Good. Good boy. I'm under his belly and everything. Okay? And now that he kind of has the idea about his butt. See, he kind of does. He says, oh, let me move that out of the way. Oh, good boy. And I'm going to say, what a good boy. What a good boy. Now, if he only wants to give me one eye over there, I'll come over here, and he better move it. He better move it. Move it around. Look at me. Ah, there we go. Good boy. And then I'm going to tell him, what a good boy. So I don't want to scare him. I don't want to hit him hard. You don't have to. You think about it. See this? This is because bugs are on him. That's how light you can be. As light as a bug.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, now after I've done the friendly game and pet him everywhere, then I'm going to ask him to go backwards. I'm going to put my finger and my thumb, just the tips of them, on his face, and I'm going to push backwards. And I'm gonna let go as soon as he moves, okay? Pet him. See how he keeps wanting to just give me one eye? I might look at his butt over here again, and I might get after it a little bit. He wants to run away from me, but this is good. Nope. I wanted to really get that butt around. Don't run by me. See, he wants to run by me. I don't want him to do that. Good boy. Come here. I'm just going to hold him until he comes. So you see, I didn't put hardly any pressure on him. Now I don't have my fingers closed at all. And he's like, whoa, she wants to get my butt. Okay? So now, since I've had to do that, I got to get up here, and I got to get back here, and I got to pet that butt to see if he's worried about it now. And I didn't even hit him very hard. I hit myself harder than that. But I want to prove to him that I'm not going to hurt his butt. Because that's what lions and tigers do. They jump on their butts and bite them and kill them, not take them down. So now that he knows I'm not going to hurt him. Okay. So I'm going to ask him to come back over here. Okay. He is so slow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask him to back up again. Good. And what happened? Give you both those eyeballs. That's a good boy. Now I can look at this side too. If he's afraid to come, just start walking backwards. It gives him a little confidence to come to you. And then you can act like you're walking backwards even when you're not. Okay? Okay, now, see how he pushed on me here? That's so he only has to look at me with one eye. So if I look at his butt, watch what he'll do. He'll get that butt swung all the way around. He's, whoa, here's my other eye, right here. And then I'm going to say, but what about this side? He's like, daggone, I got to look at her. I have to pay attention. See him licking his lips?
Yeah, he's understanding.
Now if I just put this on the floor and I wait, he'll put his head down on the ground. But I'm going to wait, and it might take him a minute. But you got to take the time it takes so it takes less time. There he goes. Okay? All right, now he understands it. He's like, yes, Masa. That is good boy. See, it makes sense in his head. You know, when it makes sense in his head, things are a lot easier. When it's their idea to do what you want, it's so much, they're easy to get along with. Okay, so now I'm going to ask him. Now I'm going to ask him to move just this, and I'm looking at his legs, and I know the next natural step for him to take back is this foot that's further out, okay? There, good boy. And I'm just barely touching him, asking him to back up. Now he's lost interest, see? So now I look at the butt again, I swing my rope again, and he better move it and give me both eyes. And he better hurry up. You got yourself in that there. And then if he does that, I go on this side. See, and he'll figure it out that, daggone, I can't get away from this woman. I have to look at her. I have to look at her. And then when he decides that he wants to be with me, things are better, okay? And that's just how light and gentle you want to be, especially with a baby. The worst thing you want to do is have a bad training session and he says, screw you, I'm out of here. You can't catch him for a month, you know. So we don't want that. We want to be friendly. Okay, so now I've done that with him. And I want him to be real friendly with this rope too, so I'm going to get him used to having this rope thrown around him, okay? He's not real sure about it because I did tap him on the butt with it. So, and now here he goes trying to do that again. And there he is. Good boy. And I like to have him come to me all the time because I hate having to chase a horse. I want the horse to chase me, catch me, well, yeah, I want to ride today, you know, that kind of thing. So now I'm going to see if I can get him to lower his head, and right between his ears he's got a pole there. It's a knot. It's called a pole. And I'm going to put a little pressure on there and ask him to lower his head. And then I didn't follow him and keep the pressure. I let go. Now I'm going to ask him to go down a little lower. Good boy. Okay, I don't even have to ask him. He went to the ground. Good boy. But when you want to pass your level 1, you got to be able to bridle your horse from your knees. So that's why it's important. You ever try to put a bit in a big horse?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh God, you ain't bring your head down. Well, if you teach your horse just to put their head down like that, see how light that, I mean, that's just so easy.
Wow.
Okay? And he learned it. It's just natural for him to learn it that way. Now I'm going to move his front end around, just like we did her. And I'm going to ask him to step the black foot in front. That's good. And 1 step is perfect. Except for, back it up. Back it up. I didn't ask you to go running off. Okay. And I'm going to push him again. And again. And again. And I want these front feet to move. That's a good boy. Okay. So now I'm going to ask him, and I like to get my hand across him and do this kind of stuff. This is how you're going to be sitting, you know, and this is where you're going to be at. So you get him used to this. By the time it comes time to ride, it's just a matter of getting in the saddle. He'll already be broke. Okay, so I'm going to ask him to bend his head around here. Look at me. Let me move him so you can kind of really see this, because it's really important that you can see what
How's it coming, Dad?
because you can watch this video when you come out here to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I want to make sure, if you can't see what I'm doing with my hands, tell me.
Okay.
But I'm going to just stand right here with him. And I'm not closing my fingers on this rope, okay? I'm suggesting that he bend his head. Now I'm going to comb him a little bit, but I'm sliding. I'm not really pulling. He's moving his body. I'm just going to move with him, because I don't really, he's going to figure out, well, that ain't the answer. What does she want? And when he figures out what I want, and I can even take my hand and put over here. And I don't really want to pull his head around, because if you get to pulling on him, they'll get bracy. They'll push on you. And you don't want that. So here he bent his head around. Now I'm going to ask him to step this foot in front of the other one in the back. Just like that. Good boy. And I'm going to pet this spot that I pushed on.
Okay. So,
I'm going to ask him again. Bend his head around here.
Here.
Come on.
Look, there's the gate.
Oh.
There's the gate.
And when he bends his head around, that's not very much, but hey, we're taking it because he tried. I'm going to push here again. I'm going to rub this spot, and I'm going to push. And he's going to move his hindquarters around. And he pivots on the front feet. Good boy. Good boy. Okay? And then I'm going to ask you to come around here. And I'm going to do it on this side. Okay?
Keep it towards you.
So I'm going to pet him over here, and I'm going to push his front end around.
and you're pushing on his right.
On his jaw right here. And I'll show you as soon as he gets back around.
Okay.
And I'm walking straight into his neck. Okay? And I don't want him to walk forward like that. Okay?
Oh,
So,
okay.
I'm going to push him back. Okay. Good boy. Now I'm going to push him around some more. Here he goes. Just like that. Whoa, whoa. You're still with me.
Mhm.
And that's hard for him to understand.
Yeah.
Because he's done nothing but follow her since he was born. Or his mama. Okay? Did you see that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Watch this. Okay? Now watch this. I'm going to do his butt. And I'm going to swing. See if he can figure it out. Get that butt. Butt. Ah! I don't want you to go that far. There he goes. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same thing on this side I did on the other side. And I'm going to say, bend your head around. And I'm just going to stay in the same spot. If he figures out that moving around like that's not the answer. I'm going to bend his nose around. We'll take that. That was pretty nice. And we'll ask him again. Bend his nose around. I'm going to stay back here with you.
Isn't that cool?
Try, you guys.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
How do you make it wider?
Wider?
Okay, and then I'm going to rub this spot and step
Right here. Just like that.
there. I'll push those hind quarters around.
Good girl.
Is she doing good too? Is she?
Yeah. If you're driving, you're in front of the drive line. So, yeah, there we go. All right, so then we got him moving his hind end and his front end around. We got him going backwards, and that's the fingertip yielding. Okay, that's game number 2. Now that we're on his driving game, which is what she's on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say I want him to go forward. So I have to get up here in front of the driving line.
Well, Jay,
We'll just do it like this because this is easy for him, see?
yeah. So she walks, or he walks right in front, or?
I'm going to tell him to turn towards you now.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And I want you to go forward. So I have to be back here behind the shoulder for
Oh.
him to go forward. And yeah, he wants to be by her, but
Jason, I'm trying not to videotape you wiping your face. You're hilarious.
yeah, go right towards his eye and tell him, take your head and go that way.
So you're pointing.
Yes. He's just trying to run off.
Uh-huh.
So I'll bring him back to me. Nope. And if he does that,
Ah.
see how he's going right by me?
Uh-huh.
So I'll get his tail there. See how he turns?
Uh-huh.
I just swung at his tail. Now he's licking his lips going, oh, okay. There he goes, smelling the ground.
On the ground.
So now he's understanding.
Yeah.
That I'm asking him to do something. I'm going to go back and ask him to walk forward. And this is all I have to do. Okay? I'm going to look over this way because I want him to go clear on that blue gate. Oh! Stop.
Moon pie. Jason, let's see her focus on moon pie, the training.
This down?
Nope. Nope.
I see Stormy and him right there. She was her own boss. Thank you.
Okay. If they make a mistake, don't beat them or get mad at them.
No.
Just correct it and start over.
Little chickens are so cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, push it away from the side of the dirt towards me.
Gotta keep going.
Same thing.
He's getting upset. You can't figure it out.
Uh-huh.
Wiggle it all the way around. Hold it.
Oh, come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. He has to learn that this means go forward.
Uh-huh.
He hasn't quite got that yet. There you go.
There you go. Oh, he's trying to get away, isn't he?
Excuse
Like a metal curry.
Yes, we do.
Got some